Hey, what's up guys? It's Jose here. Today I want to talk about the Blackmagic Ursa Mini and my review with it. This is the 4.6 edition, the EF mount. It was so easy to use this camera. I mean the buttons, the functions, the menu, it was all simple. It's a simple layout. Sony, take a tip from this because Blackmagic nails it when it comes to simplicity and the button functions and where to find them and how to use them. Alright, so let's get into the functionalities of this camera. So let's look at button placement. I have to say I was a huge fan of the button placements. It was where I needed the buttons to be, either on the handle or on the inside where the screen was, or even on the outside of the screen. Finding the record button was very simple. And that's one thing I loved about my Sony Fs5 too, is that you have 3 places for your record button. The menu button, I have to say, is one of my favorites. Simple. So when you compare this to like a Sony camera, holy cow, you'll see that Sony is just like, keep it simple. And that's what Blackmagic did. They kept it simple. And that's one thing I love about these buttons and the functionality of this camera is how simple they made it for you to use on a run and gun shoot or even in a controlled environment. You know where everything's at a push of a button. And that's another thing too, is the touchscreen. The touchscreen is very, very responsive. I had no issues whatsoever with it. However, when I was outside shooting, it was, again, really hard to see the screen, just like it was with my original Blackmagic 4K camera. Something about these screens in the daylight, it's hideous. I mean, even with my Sony Fs5, sometimes it gets a little hard to see, but at least I can see. And of course, the viewfinder helps. And that goes into my add-ons. Okay, so if you do buy this camera, I would be prepared to buy some add-ons. So one add-on I would recommend is a V-Lock plate for your battery. This thing is very handy. I already had 2 batteries for my Blackmagic, so it was very cost-effective for me. I found this to be very handy. I had 2 batteries on hand, and switching it was very simple and easy on the run and gun shoot. And yes, I only got about maybe an hour and a half on these batteries, where on my Blackmagic 4K, I usually get about, I'd say, 5 hours. So it was a big difference in terms of battery usage and the way you're drained. This thing has a couple SDI outs. I used it for an external monitor just to make sure I got the right focus when I was doing my solo shoots. So I bought the 128 gigabyte CFast card, and shooting in the full 4.6K, I could only get 22 minutes. When I brought that resolution down to UHD, I roughly got about 28 minutes. When you talk about quality in this camera, I gotta say there's nothing like a Blackmagic quality camera. The footage that comes out of this camera is beautiful. When it comes out of the freaking cinema camera, when it comes out of the production, even the pocket camera, these images are gorgeous. That's one thing that drives me so much towards Blackmagic. They got that just down packed. This camera has so many great features to it. I mean, from the buttons to the LCD screen to the feel of this camera. I mean, Blackmagic did so many things right with this camera. I gotta tell you though, I am not gonna keep it. I'm gonna have to take it back because of my style of shooting. I am a run and gun shooter, and it just didn't go with it. This is great for a controlled environment, but testing this compared to the Fs5, I mean, the quality of this camera is superb. That's why I'm keeping my Blackmagic 4K production camera for when I need that kind of quality. But when it comes to my everyday shoots, I mean, 85% of the time I am grabbing my Sony Fs5 because it's that versatile in what it can capture. So that's my bottom line. But anybody out there who's looking for a style of shooting that's more controlled, hands down, this baby is phenomenal. You won't be disappointed. Maybe down the line I will buy it and keep it and then use it for my arsenal for when I need that controlled environment filming. But for now, I am going to just keep using my Sony Fs5. But I hope this video was informative to you, and leave any of your comments below. Let me know what you think about this camera if you bought it or you're intending to buy it. And I don't know, leave me a thumbs up if you liked the video and if you want to see more of these type of videos as well. So I don't know, until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. All right guys, peace.